Hey developers, welcome to Devcovery. Today, we're bringing you the hottest open source projects trending on GitHub, so you don't miss any tech developments worth your attention.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a trending project on GitHub, production-agentic-rag-course, a hands-on course teaching you how to build production-ready agentic RAG systems in Python. It earned nearly 500 stars in a single day, signaling that developers are hungry for practical guidance on moving retrieval-augmented generation from prototype to real-world deployment. Most RAG tutorials end just as the real problems begin. They show developers how to stuff documents into a vector database, call it a day. But when that system hits real workloads, it falls apart. The gap between a polished demo and a system that actually holds up that gap is enormous. This project exists to close it. The project is called Production-Agentic-Rag-Course, developed by jamwithai. It is a 7-week open-source curriculum that walks developers through building a complete production-grade RAG system from scratch. RAG retrieval-augmented generation is the technique where an AI model consults an external knowledge base before generating a response. The project has accumulated 3,208 stars on GitHub, with 473 added in a single day and 868 forks. That level of traction signals genuine hunger in the developer community for structured, practical guidance on this topic. Here is the core problem most RAG tutorials create. They jump straight to vector search. It looks impressive in a demo, but it skips the search foundations that production systems actually depend on. When vector search fails to surface relevant results, and it does fail, there is no fallback, no understanding of why it broke. Real companies build on solid keyword search first, then layer in semantic capabilities on top. This project explicitly models that professional path. It also tackles observability, the ability to see inside a running system and understand what decisions it is making. Most tutorials never cover that. Both gaps are real. Both are expensive to discover after deployment. The architecture evolves week by week, which is itself a teaching device. Week 1 sets the foundation. Docker for containerization, Fast API for the API layer, OpenSearch as the search engine, Apache Airflow for automated data pipelines, and Ollama for running a large language model locally on your own hardware. By week 3, the focus shifts to BM25, a classical keyword search algorithm that scores documents by term frequency and rarity. Only in week 4 does vector search arrive, combined with BM25 through reciprocal rank fusion. That technique merges ranked lists from both methods into a single, stronger result. The technical centerpiece is week 7. Agentic RAG built with LangGraph. LangGraph is a library for building graph-based, stateful AI workflows. Instead of a simple retrieve-then-generate pipeline, the system reasons in steps. A query arrives. Documents are retrieved. A grading node evaluates whether those documents are actually relevant. If they fall short, the agent rewrites the query and retries. If the question is outside the system's domain, a guardrail node intercepts before any hallucination can occur. LangFuse provides end-to-end tracing across every decision node. Redis caching cuts costs on repeated queries. And the entire stack runs locally through Docker Compose, no external cloud dependency required. The project builds one concrete application, an AI research assistant for academic papers from RxIve, the preprint server widely used in AI and physics research. That concrete target keeps the learning grounded rather than abstract. Each week's code ships as a tagged release, so learners can check out precisely the version that matches their current stage. Getting started requires Docker Desktop, Python 3.12, and the UV Package Manager. Minimum hardware is 8 GB of RAM and 20 GB of disk, reasonable for most development machines. The course itself is entirely free, with optional external API costs of roughly $2 to $5. Now, the honest caveat. The complexity here is genuine. 7 services running simultaneously: Airflow, OpenSearch, PostgreSQL, Redis, LangFuse, Ollama, Fast API. That is a real operational burden. Learners without DevOps experience may find the stack more frustrating than educational. There is also a local LLM ceiling. A llama on consumer hardware cannot match the reasoning quality of top commercial models. And every agentic decision query rewriting, document grading, guardrail detection is only as good as the model making it. The architecture is correct. The intelligence of the resulting system will still be bounded by what runs locally. What production-agentic-rag-course provides is genuinely rare. A structured, honest path from raw infrastructure to intelligent agents, built the way professional teams actually build. For any engineer serious about shipping AI systems that hold up in the real world, this curriculum is worth the commitment.
That's all for today's Devcovery. We hope these GitHub trending projects spark some inspiration for your development work. You can find all the repos mentioned in the description below. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow at the same time.